Hey guys, it's been a while since I've posted a video, and I found this when over the weekend we were cleaning up the basement a little bit, and this was in a box of stuff that we found. This is a Big Brute model PB600 power amplifier for a car with a graphic equalizer on it. You can see it says graphic equalizer amplifier. And yeah, it's just your car stereo amplifier, aftermarket, of course. A couple companies have made these, and there's various documentation on the internet, but I can't find any documentation on this specific amplifier. Now, I did find or I did make a pinout diagram, but I left that upstairs, of course, so I'll have to go get that when I want to test this, which we are going to do in this video. You can see here, this is the input connector. That's not your standard connection, and it's not labeled. And but at least it did come with this, so when I do find a use when I do want to use this thing, I'll have a connector to connect onto it, and I can just splice on whatever wires I want. And it also can power up to 4 speakers, as you'd expect in a car. Move that over a little bit. And you've got, the bottom just has serial number, made in Japan, if it can focus here. Okay, I don't know if it's going to focus. There it goes. There's a serial number. And up top is, you can pause this if you want to read it. Telling you about your speakers. Like I said, I'm going to power this thing up, see if it works. It is missing the fuse holder, but I'm assuming that's just because I don't have the other half. I never did have the other half. It tells you what fuse to go in there, and once there's, well, it says it takes a 5 amp fuse. Yeah, that's about it for an overview. Later in the video, I'm gonna take it apart and show you the inside. Here's our here's what I figured out with the wiring diagram, or at least the wiring harness that came with this, with these colors. It's not your standard assortment, but yeah, I'll probably make a drawing of it, of the connector, like download a Google image and label what of this connector, and have that on the internet. This is actually, I believe I'm going to be the first person to make a video about this amplifier on the internet. Like, not even just YouTube, just the entire internet. Because I tried doing some research, and no matter what I tried to look up, this amplifier does not exist anywhere. So, yeah, that's pretty neat, I'd say. Alright, I've got some speakers connected. If you remember the Durabrand subwoofer from the last video, or not the last video, but a couple videos ago, these are some of the satellite speakers that came with it. They should work fine for what we're doing here. I connected the negative already, but I haven't connected the positive, so we'll see what happens. I believe the power is turned off. So power has been applied, the thing is now energized. And nothing happens. It's probably one of these Chinese clip leads. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, it's this. There it is. It's on. And it's off. So let me fix these clip leads. So I did some multimeter checks quick, because I wasn't hoping, I didn't want to blow anything up on the input, and I checked there's no voltage on any of the input pins, because the last time I remember trying to use this, I accidentally blew something up, and it was completely my fault because I thought the red wire was an audio input line, and it is very much not. It is 12 volts, and if you know anything about anything, 12 volts into a headphone jack will cause the device that you're trying to use not to last very long. So we are not going to do that. In fact, I'm going to get some more clip leads here. I'm just going to steal them from this radio up here that I was using, but I'm not using it anymore. I'm going to use black for ground. And let's look here. Brown is right, so we'll use this on left. And red on right. I don't have any white clip leads on hand, otherwise I'd use one of those. And I'll just clip it to this and this. We've got our sacrificial Walkman, and then an actual Walkman for sound quality. See, try the sound out. So we'll power it up. Then I'll turn off this on. And there we go. There's no ground connected.
So if you want to play tricks, you have not. You're gonna love Shannon.
So now that it hasn't blown this up, I'm gonna connect it to the better Walkman. Better in the fact it's an actual Sony. If you can see, which you probably cannot. That sounds good. Now I can't play it.
Per month.
I can't play any of it for any length of time, unfortunately. I'll have to find some royalty-free music at some point. But yeah, this thing sounds good. You've got your EQ settings. Got your 60 hertz. Well, I'm gonna have to find some royalty-free music to play, but yeah, this thing's working. I would connect my phone to the amplifier to test it, but my phone doesn't have a headphone jack because it's too new. So Scarlet Fire will have to do since that's in the YouTube database. Let's give it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that's slow zoom, whatever. So, here's our EQ. There's like your bass. There's a higher bass. That's getting into your mid-range. That's the higher mid-range. That's your treble. Yeah, and your fader from rear to front. Now you'd probably be able to hear the stereo definition if this camera had a stereo microphone, which I actually don't know if it does or not. I mean, it might, it's got a stereo output, but I don't know if it actually has stereo microphone. I'll have to figure that out in editing. So yeah. That's the down here. That's the Big Brute model PB600. I know you could have 600 peanut butters. Anyway, joking aside, This is actually a pretty neat amplifier. May or may not use this in the future. It's kind of cool. And this is a also kind of like a documentation of the fact that it exists. So thanks for watching, and more to come later.